full yoga breath. This is the pose that we begin with because this is quite literally where imagination yoga poses began. It's the pose that offers the space between the emotion and the reaction, the experience and the reaction. So if I could have everybody bring hands to the heart. And the reason that we bring hands to this space is nothing more than the timing of the inhale versus the exhale. So if this with the hands makes you uncomfortable, then go ahead and do this, or this, or butterfly, whatever you want. I'm gonna keep my hands like this, but you go ahead and choose whatever feels right and comfortable for you. So we inhale, hands up, and exhale, hands down. Very nice. This time I want you to notice which inhale or exhale, which one's longer. Is it the inhale or the exhale? It's that exhale. When we breathe and we either balance out the inhalation and the exhalation, or we make the exhalation a little bit longer, the nervous system is positively impacted. So it doesn't matter what's going on in a child's life or what's going on in your life. There could be a big experience that just happened that popped that nervous system off. And if they have the memory and the ability to tap into that breath again, then they will be able to, quite literally, trick the nervous system into, I guess we're okay. I thought we were freaking out, but I guess we're okay. Because that inhale and that exhale are either the same amount of measured time or that exhale is a little bit longer. So again, bringing hands to the heart. We always do this 3 times. So, great. Notice this time the full extension of my hands. And last time. Perfect. So the reason that the hands are in this space is, again, that normalizing and the balancing out of the nervous system. When do we do it? So anytime a child is feeling uncomfortable or nervous, or if a child is really feeling great and you want to introduce this. So a great way to introduce this into your class or with your students or your children at home is to find a calm time. Carve out a little bit of time to do this. And then say, hey, I learned this really great thing in this training that I did. And the reason that we do it is because when our bodies and our minds get a little bit frustrated or mad or worried. So the way that I teach it is, raise your hand if you ever feel frustrated in your body. Kids always raise their hand. Raise your hand if you ever feel really a ton of energy in your body. Of course, kind of lucky. And put your hand down. Raise your hand if you ever feel mad or get angry. And here's the interesting one, friends. Here's the one that the shadow self starts to creep in. Because when we get angry, when we get mad, a lot of times that's when we get in trouble, right? And so it's interesting when we do present this to a group of children, raise your hand if you ever get mad, and the teacher even raises their hand, it's automatically normalizing these feelings. Is it okay to be mad? And you'll watch, the kids are gonna say no. Some of the children will say no, and our job gets to say, yes, it is. It's absolutely fine to be mad and sad and worried, and it's a part of the human experience. It means that we're alive and it means we're human. But is it awesome to be in these spaces and places all the time? No, it's not. So we practice this big full yoga breath to be able to bring ourselves back into balance when we're having any of these big, totally normal feelings. So when you see the children having these big feelings, reminding them, oh, buddy, I can see you're super frustrated, yes? Yeah, they just took my book and I was sitting there, I wanted to do this. Well, what could you have done instead of hitting or pushing or shouting? You're right. You could have taken your big full yoga breath. Let's try it again next time. So that's kind of the setup for it. On your page here, you're going to see a chair. And you're gonna see 2 little people together. So doing it in a chair really represents, where do you do big full yoga breaths? You do them at your desk at school. You do them in your bed before you go to sleep. You do them when you get frustrated. You do them at the doctor's office. You do them laying, sitting, standing, anywhere, anytime. That chair represents the anywhere, anytime. The partner's pose of it, which is those two people sitting together, Jesse and I will demonstrate to you now. So you have kids face, or you can face your own child, and we'll both bring our hands together at our heart, and we'll take one regular one. So here we go. Very nice. And then this one, I want for her to mirror me. So we're going to bring in that mindfulness and that concentration, right? So I want you to do everything I do. Oh, whoa, real tricky. Do everything I do. Hands at the heart. Very nice. So you can do that with your children. You also can encourage the kids in your classroom or in your yoga classes to stack up next to each other and have one child teach it to another, and then that child teach it to the other child. So how do we get then this to be an age-appropriate experience? With our younger crew, I taught this to my daughter before she was 1. Before she was 12 months old, this is when she started to practice it. And the way we do that is with this language. Clap. Yes, we clap. We clap. And very nice. The first time you do it, most likely they're going to go like this. They're going to smile and think whatever's happening is amazing. And then we do it again. We clap. And we clap. And we breathe. Very nice. And always 3 times. So, you hear that big audible nature in my breath, right? As you go through your journey of yoga and pranayama, you're going to learn things about inhale nostrils and whatnot, and those are all beautiful and mind-expanding and brilliant. In this building block of learning how to breathe, you have a breath. And that breath is so big, I can hear it, and I can feel it on my hand. So that's the reason that we do the big exaggerated inhale and the exhale. So how do we make this age appropriate now for our older crew? Because this whole bit of hands going around and around in circles in the 4th grade might not be setting up for the most success in the lunchroom. Am I right? So what we do here is still set up those building blocks of breath, getting that diaphragm to create some muscle memory. And as we breathe, then their body will automatically know what to do. You can have them put their hands in their pockets and do this. So I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I just walked into the lunchroom for the first time. I'm a kindergartner. I'm a 2nd grader. I'm a 5th grader. I'm feeling nervous. But I know, because my parents taught me, my teacher taught me, my mental health professional taught me, that I can breathe. So my hands are in my pockets, and I go like this. Very nice. Again, teach them to do it 3 times. For a classroom experience, when you're in your classroom, for all you teachers out there watching, this is a magic trick. This is amazing. You use yourself, and actually teacher/parent inside of a home, you use yourself as your own energetic guide. You're beginning to feel a lot of increased energy, right? I'm beginning to feel the Wileys in this space, and my mind, and all these things are happening. So sometimes our voices can blend in with the wallpaper. Be quiet. Hey, everybody, listen. It's too loud in the class. Blah, 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 blah. What we can do is, Jesse will grab it really quick. Get this. Have a song. Have a song bowl or a chime. Have something. And we actually sell these on our website, but having some kind of something here. So pretend like this class is super loud and hey, you guys listen up, and we're about ready to transition and it's not working and no one's hearing. I walk over. Oh, I remember. I can do this. I walk over and I bing this bell. And Jessie's my student. She's already queued up and she breathes. And I'm going to do it again. Very nice. One more breath, friends. And you will hear and feel the calm energy move through the space, and then we get on with the rest of our day. So as caregivers, this one right here, this is actually one of the longest explained poses that we're going to do this entire training, because it is so profound and it is so helpful as a teacher and as a parent. Try it, try it, try it, try it, try it. The last thing that I want to say about this is the why. Why does this work? So in your body, you've got your lungs, right? And then you have your diaphragm. And your lungs are just sacs. They don't breathe themselves. It's the diaphragm that pulls itself down like this. Actually looks like a little smiley face. When you inhale, those lungs fill up. And on the exhale, it goes back up. And the lungs deflate. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now what's happening as that diaphragm is moving, it is actually touching the nervous system. So imagine this is my nervous system behind that diaphragm, and I'm petting it. And I'm petting it with these long, slow strokes. Versus something just happened, I'm having a big energetic response, physiological response, and I'm doing this. If I am any animal on planet Earth and I'm petting it like this, what is it going to do? It's going to elevate, yeah? And so any animal, I'm going to start to pet it and slow it down with that thought of the nervous system. What is it going to do? It's going to calm down. We are nature. So we look to nature in these poses to calm ourselves and bring ourselves back into balance. So the cues here to get your children to do it is everybody bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale. And exhale. 3 times. Always 3. The one last thing that I want to know is you can make it even more imaginative, and you can dip these fingers into the paints. Dip, dip, dip. If you're working on calm in your class or in your home space, kindness, confidence, mindfulness, whatever it is, dip them in those imaginary colors and then paint them around yourselves. Very nice. Full yoga breath.